Hello, welcome to another video in the Tech Workgroup Manager series. My name is Noel Bruton. How about your staff working for you? Better yet, how about if they want to work for you? Here are some ways you can make that happen. The focus here is not whether your staff would work for you, but whether they would want to work for you. And that means it has to be looked at from their point of view. Why should they want to work from you? Especially if, say, for example, just a short while ago, you were one of them. What makes you so special? Why should they now follow you when you used to be a technician just like them? I mean, maybe they're looking at it from the point of view of, couldn't anybody else in that work group do your job? Why should you be paid more than them, especially if you hang on to being a technician like you used to be? Why do you get to find out things that they're not allowed to know? Why do you get a cushy job just going to meetings all the time when they're the ones who have to do all the real work? Why should they do what you tell them? No, why should they? That's the point of view you need to be looking at. Their point of view of you, not yours. Let's frame this with a few things that you might do well to keep in mind. Things you need to know, I call this slide. You're not the boss. You're just another member of the work group with another set of responsibilities. It's not that you're now in a position to order them about. You're in a position now to orchestrate their activities. It's not about motivating them. They're already motivated. They're already here. So it's about leading and enabling them. You're no longer a technician. There's too much else for you to do to keep up with them technically anyway. So don't worry about the fact that you're no longer a technician. Worry about the fact that your concentration should be on how to be a better manager in such a way that it benefits them. And now we have our clue. Because this position of management that you're in, it's not about you. Your job is not about you. It's about the work group. Everything you now do as a manager is about making your work group members more successful, more skilled, more successful at their jobs, more successful at serving the customers. That's your primary focus. And that leads us to a kind of interim conclusion. Your function is to make their job worth doing. Focus on their job satisfaction, because experience shows that if you can get that right, so much more will just fall into place, because if their job's worth doing, they'll want to do it. The big question for your position as manager and your acceptability as manager is from your staff's point of view, what's in it for them? How do they benefit from you being their leader? And one way is this. People follow a leader because wherever the leader will take them, it's probably going to be better than here. In other words, it's in their interest to follow that leader. You've got to make that clear. And that leads to some key actions you can take constantly. Because if they are to benefit from your leadership, then part of your function is to get rid of the things from which they don't benefit when they're in their jobs. Find out what gets in their way, consult with them, listen to what impedes them. And once you have that, instigate solutions, and ideally those solutions should involve them. You're the one who started to get rid of the things that they really don't like and that really get in their way. And they're involved in the solutions that you're providing. Improve their skills constantly so doing the job is easier. Define what constitutes success. Do people know how much work is enough, to what level of quality? Define what constitutes success and subtly recognise when they attain it. Be the manager they'll always remember for the benefit they gained from your being their manager. These are the results we're trying to engineer. Because of you, their working life is better. You expect excellence, but you also enable them to be excellent. You do not flinch from removing elements that impede or will not engage with those expectations and that process of making their life better. As a result of what you do, and as a result of how they respond, their standing in the company rises. Their career value increases, and this is demonstrably because of you. In summary then, how to get your staff to want to work for you? Describe excellence and enable them to achieve it. Remove the impediments to it. Remind them how successful they've become and get out of their way.